Oh, you who? Oh, good golly. Yes, that's right. It's me, your best friend Sriracha. I know you might be thinking, why isn't there a song playing? Normally you have a little ditty playing at the start of your podcast, and you would be correct. And while I did get that song on a royalty-free musical website, apparently it belongs to someone. No bigger surprise than when I found that out, and I did not know. So, for a brief moment in time, until I can figure out how the fuck to figure that out, we're gonna start the podcast like this. It's a little weird, and does it make sense? Well, no. But does anything I ever do make sense? Well, no. All right, I'll see you in there, and I'll start talking normally in 3, 2.
What, you guys? I didn't know that you were gonna be here. If you would have told me, you didn't call. You can't just show up unannounced and stare at me from the ceiling. That's like friend 101. Don't look at your friend on the ceiling. Come on. No, like, I'm happy you're here. I would have cleaned up, and I would have put on pants. For the audio listeners, I'm pantsless, but full nude butt is out right now. And for people who are watching this, you know that I'm a fucking liar. But I never claimed to tell the truth. Or did I? That's what people who gaslight do. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sriracha Sleepover. You guys, I'm Sriracha. Why am I talking like this? I'm Sriracha. This is my beanbag, and this is my sleepover. And guys, I'm so happy that you're here today. If you're wondering who this dog is, Hanson earlier on FaceTime was like, and whose dog is that? And I was like, well, that's everyone's dog. That's Half Moon Joe's dog, Piggy. He sent me the shirt. Wasn't that so nice of him? Everyone say, love you, Joe. We love you, Joseph Birdsong. Guys, I'm really excited to have you here today because today is the comments, questions, and concerns episode. That's right. I asked you on a website known as Instagram.com. And I said, who's pissed off at me, right? Who's got a gripe? Who's holding a grudge against me, right? Who has something on their mind that they just like can't wait to get off, right? Get off? That's disgusting. Put that thing away. Sorry, I know my nude butt is out, but this is what I do. This is my beanbag. I can do that. But before I get into that, guys, I have a notebook here because a lot of the times, I'm sure you can tell, a lot of the times I'm getting on here and I am winging it to the point where, and listen, not that I don't care about this. I love this podcast with my heart and soul. I will make a total of like 4 notes and then I'm winging it, right? This time, I also, well, as a matter of fact, I'm looking, and I did make 4 notes, but I wrote down your questions on paper, un papier, right? I took 3 years of French, not 4. Don't know why. I think it got too hard and I didn't want to do it anymore. That's kind of what I was like in high school, though. In high school, I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit. I went to an arts high school and all I cared about was like making art. All I cared about was, getting up on the stage and doing theater, right? I was like, I have a song in my heart and a monologue I have to sing. Monologue singing? Those don't make sense. My friend Kiana in high school, anytime we would have to do like a scene or a monologue, she was like, I'm so nervous. But before she would do it, she would tell me that she would picture Kenny Ortega was in the audience and then she could build up the courage to do it. And to be fair, she killed every time. So I guess if you have stage fright, do that. I know it might not seem like it because I just kind of say whatever the fuck I want and whatever comes to my mind. But I get stage fright really bad. Isn't that crazy? Like, celebs are just like us. I get stage fright. I get so nervy-worvy. I'm back and I'm shaking in my boots. I'm backstage. I'm in the green room. I'm like pissing and shitting, right? And that's for a different reason. That's because I've been having mozzarella sticks every single day for lunch and dinner because what? I have no money to get things to eat. And a company sent me mozzarella sticks and that's what I've been eating. And they sent me plenty because I've been going for a few days now. So thank you so much to Mad Mutts. You guys are really like not sponsored, but like you guys are making sure that I'm eating. So I really appreciate that. Also, segue. Why does my grocery store specifically, if anyone else's grocery store does this, please let me know. The grocery store next to my apartment closes one side of their doors so early. The second the sun even thinks about going down, they go, okay, time to lock up. Time to lock up. Actually, you know what? We're closed. Actually, don't even come inside. Oh, you need groceries? Oh, you need to get eggs? Well, too bad. Go to the one side. And I'm not parking on that side. So it's just the hassle. Like, I'm on one side, I'm parked, I'm like feeling good about who I am and what I'm bringing to the table. And then I walk up to that goddamn door. It doesn't even say that it's closed. I just walk up to it like an idiot waiting for it to open. And it never does. And the security guard who I've come to know, he stands on the other side and he just shakes his fucking head at me. And then I know that in his head, though, he's going, you stupid bitch. You know what's up. You know that this door is closed. You know we lock it up the second the sun goes down. And yeah, the sun goes down at 4:30 p.m. But who gives a shit? You gotta go to the other side. Yeah, you dumb, stupid, ugly motherfucker. Get in there. And I do, and I walk to the other side. And I get what? 3 things that end up costing me $700, right? Not to be like, these prices, holy fuck these prices, right? The price is not right. As a matter of fact, these prices are so unbearably wrong. I hate Donald Trump, right? I think he should, delete. And I would love that, and I know we would all rejoice. Sorry, don't put that out there. When I say delete, I mean like stop being president. I hate his guts so much, right? And while we still have free speech, I think I can say that. I hate his guts so much. And earlier I was like, Donald Trump could suck my left nut, but I don't want him anywhere fucking near me. As a matter of fact, it would be a privilege to suck on my left nut. Donnie boy, you don't get the privilege of sucking on my left nut. You know who does? No one, because I don't have one. Unless, hey, why don't I refer to my notes and figure out where the hell I'm going with that? Right, okay, mozzarella sticks for every meal. That is not a lie. I really have been having mozzarella sticks for every single fucking meal. Grocery store closes. It pisses me off. Also, I guess they're doing renovations at my grocery store because when I walked in, all of the checkout lines were infinitely smaller. Couldn't even fit my cart down the aisle. It was scraping into the candy and mints that are on the side. And I was like, so sorry for knocking everything off of the shelves, but how am I supposed to get a cart through here? Right? The floor's all ripped up, right? I went to get something from the bottom shelf covered in dust. Hey, what? Dust and soot is what I was trying to say. Covered in dust. Covered in dust, right? I got a deodorant from the bottom shelf. Also, the shelves are empty. What's going on there? Nothing on the shelves. 1 deodorant left? What the hell? Stinky. I'm one of them, right? I'm stinky. But why is there only that left? And then I went and picked it up, covered with like a weird residue. And I was like, is this one open? And it's not. And I was like, okay. And then I had to wipe it off with a towel when I got home. That's not what you want to do with your groceries, right? You don't want to do with your groceries. Right. Okay, on to my next note. Oh my God. Okay. I'll get into one thing. Listen, I love fruit, right? Personally, love ceramic fruit. Love vintage ceramic fruit. Who's with me? Raise your hand if you're up for vintage ceramic fruit. And I got this ceramic fruit tray. You might have seen, I made like a brief video on this. I want to talk about it again because I'm so sad about it. Almost cried. I have this vintage ceramic fruit tray that I love so much. I bring it out for like every party. I put little cookies and crackers and cheese, Colby Jack. I put little turkey pepperoni slices on it, right? Little thin Meyer lemon cookies, right? That's my favorite tray in the fucking world. And I put all kinds of shit on there. And some of the fruit, it has like, well, let me get into it. Let me name the fruit to you. It has cantaloupe, banana, strawberry, grape, right? But it's missing some other fruit because there's like indents of where other fruit should be, right? Not a moral failing of this fruit tray to be missing fruit, but I notice it, right? Like, it doesn't mean I'm mad at it, but I do see its shortcomings. Still love it so much, right? It's just like, when you get old, you lose your eyesight. When you're a fruit tray, sometimes you don't have fruit on your tray, right? That happens to the best of us if we're a tray. So I went on eBay, which I do love and have used for other things. I bought like a puzzle of the United States that I had as a child. I can get into it right now. Anyway, I got it on eBay. So I was like, hey, I love this fucking tray. I've looked on other places. Let me just see if they have it. Turns out, Mom, I guess they do. And as a matter of fact, it's like Soup's vintage and like a little expense. And I got mine for like $14. So I was like, okay. So I kind of like, I got a bargain. It's a bargain for what I got it for, right? But I was like, I want one with all of the fruit intact, right? What can I say? I'm a gal who likes things as a whole, right? I see the glass half full and also half empty, right? I don't know how that relates. So anyway, found the cheapest one I could find, all of the fruit intact. Amazing. I did say in my video I got it for $60, I think. In fact, it was $80, and then with shipping, it came out to like $130, like something crazy, maybe $150. I don't know. But I ordered it. A few days go by, a few more days go by, and I was like, I wonder if that tray is sent. No, but it sure took my money. And then the guy gets back to me maybe like a week and some change later, and he's like, hey, so sorry, just seeing this. I'm shipping it out now. Sorry, things have been crazy at the house. I love that he said that like I'm his close personal friend and I knew the crazy shit that was going on at the house, right? Oh, dude, I get it, right? Things have been crazy at your house. The wife, the kids, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, right? I get it. Anyway, finally ships out. It's delayed. Okay, cool. It's delayed a little longer. There's not like a time crunch that I'm on to get my delectable ceramic vintage fruit tray, but like I'd like it at a speedy pace, Anyway, it finally gets here. I'm stoked. Comes in a Walmart box. I said, okay, I know that came from someone who has a lot going on at their house right now. I take it, I bring it inside. I'm like, OMG. Super stoked. Cut it open. I hear a little bit of a shake, but I was like, that's just the sound of a ceramic platter. Open it up. Wouldn't you believe it? Oh boy, wouldn't you believe it? Yeah, it's bubble wrapped. Pretty good. Those like bubble kind of like it looks like a pillow, like 4 mini pillows. He has one thing in there, right? It's like kind of well packaged, but kind of like anything could happen, right? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. And you know what did happen? My fucking tray broke. It came shattered. It was in so many pieces. And similarly, that was my emotion when I opened it up. What do you mean? What do you mean? All of the fruit intact and it's shattered? I'm pissed. I'm sad mostly because I really wanted it. And then I posted a video about it and everyone was like, oh, you could just take the fruit from the one tray and put it on the other. Of course. What a great idea. I didn't want to do a craft, right? I just wanted it to show up whole. Is that too much for a gal like me to ask? Apparently. So I take the photos, I send it to the guy. The guy is like, OMG, diva. So sorry, things have been crazy at the house. He goes, I packaged it really well. Hey, I'm not denying that you did your best when you packed it, right? I'm sure you did a great job. Things are crazy at the house, right? You did your best. And I was like, hey, totally understand. It probably got fucked up during transit, right? Not your problem. Not, whatever. Is there anything we can do about this? He's like, I don't think there's anything we can do about this. Well, what do you mean when you say that? I think there's something we can do about this, and that thing is giving me some of my money back, right? So he's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could do like 50%. Right. I get it, because like it's not his fault that it broke, right? But also I spent like $150 to get a shattered tray. I'd like something. So long story short, sorry for ramble rousing. You know what I love to do. Put in a thing with eBay, really hoping something comes back, right? Really hoping mama can get that money back because I can't eat anything because I've been eating mozzarella sticks for the past fucking week. Okay, anyways, on to the next. So something fun. I was on Miles Bonsignore's podcast. Perfect person. Again, he is so nice, you guys. He like genuinely so sweet, so lovely, so funny. He's like genuinely like wants me to succeed. It's so kind and lovely. He's just such a cool dude. Anyway, I was on his podcast again and the episode did come out, but the part that I am about to tell you now was on the Patreon exclusive. So I'm going to tell it to you now. Also, I did make a brief video about this, a TikTok about this, but I want to get into it. So, also I fucked up the anyway, sorry, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hanson's friend Aaron was recently in town. Hanson's friend Aaron, we were helping her around. Hanson's friend Aaron is my new personal friend. Hanson's friend Aaron, the fun just never ends. Okay, anyway, so Hanson's friend Aaron was in town. She's from New Hampshire, so is Hanson, right? Love what they're doing up there, right? Next to Vermont and shit, next to Maine. They got crazy stuff going on up there. So she's in town staying with Hanson in his studio. That's crazy. There's no space to walk around. Anyway, she goes out with me, Hanson, Mason, Eden. Yeah, there's 5 of us. We go to a place called Tiny's. I said in Miles' podcast it was El Cid. It's not El Cid. We went there a different night. We went to Tiny's. Tiny's is such a fun place. Tiny's is the place that you go to where you either want to have the best time of your life or you want to get hate crimed. It's kind of like there's no in between, right? Because sometimes we have the best night of our life there and then sometimes we leave wishing we'd never been there to begin with, right? The guy who is at the front door, he sees us constantly, and I know that he doesn't want to learn our name because why would he give a shit about us? But when we see him, we're stoked to see him, right? Anyway, we go, we get a booth. It's very rare that we get a booth, right next to the bar. So we're all hanging out, right? We're, shooting the shit. We're, jerking each other off. We're sitting, we're playing games. Hanson and I are disgustingly sitting on each other's laps. We're like in each other's skin, we're kind of like slarping on each other's faces in a respectable way. I like PDA, but I don't want to, suck him off in front of my friends. I'm going to throw up. That's disgusting that I said that. But Eden was like, hey, let's get a drink. I was like, Sly, Hanson, get up here. Just kidding. Hanson's not with us yet. Eden and I go to get a drinky poo, right? But there was a man who was standing, right in front of us when we were sitting at the booth. He's turned around. He's like looking at people, right? He's like a century too old to be there, right? He's there looking for girls who have fake IDs. Like very much that is his vibrational pattern, right? He's putting energy out into the world and it's disintegrating in front of him because it's so rancid. So he's looking at me. He's like talking to the guy standing next to him at the bar. They both like keep looking back at me. And I looked hot as fuck, like I won't deny. But also I'm inside the skin of my boyfriend and I'm sucking him off. Like you can tell I'm here with someone, right? Anyway, he's just being weird. Eden and I get up to get a little drinky poo. Previously, everyone I had given a piece of gum to at the table. Because when you pull one out, everybody, is begging you, right? They're on their hands and knees. Please, Sarah, give me a little piece of gum. My breath stinks. It's so bad. I ate a whole bag of onions. And I don't know where I got them. But, ugh. Right? So everybody wants a piece. Break me off a piece of that gum. So we all have gum. We walk up to the bar. We're chewing the gum. Not obnoxiously. That would be weird. But we all have gum in our mouths. This bizarre old ancient man turns around and looks at us, chewing our gum and waiting to order a drink. He's standing, also not drinking anything, just like in the way. Like, don't stand at the fucking bar if you're not getting a drink or you're not sitting at the bar having a drink. Get out of the way, right? My friend Eden's trying to get a drink. Anyway, sorry, my nose is so itchy. I have to tap it like this because I don't want to squatch. So this guy looks at us and he goes, What's with the gum? What the fuck? Okay, so we kind of look at each other. We're like, what the hell? Hanson immediately gets up and starts standing next to me because he's like, this guy is weird, right? This guy is a weird fucking energy. He goes, what's with the gum? You guys all have gum. What's going on? We're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. What the hell is going on? Um, and I go, oh, I don't know. We're just chewing gum. We just love gum. Cause what do you even say in that situation other than like love to chew gum, right? Like love you bestie, love to chew gum. He goes, all three of you. What's up with that? I don't even know what to say. None of us know what to say. And then he goes, is it a bit? We're like, what? He goes, the chewing gum thing, is that like a bit? Is chewing gum a bit? Hey guys, question for the group. When you're chewing gum, is that a fucking bit? So weird. It was just so bizarre. And then the rest of the night, he's like looking at these girls who are like barely 21. And he's trying to get in their pants. And all he had to do was ask me for a piece of gum. He didn't have to be fucking weird about it. Okay, anyway. Let's get into the questions, comments, and the concerns. I wrote down people's names. I don't know if I'm going to say their names or if I'm just going to like say their first name, say their username. You know, who's to say? I guess we'll just figure it out as we go along. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, let's get into it. Megan, spelled Meghan, awesome, says, fuck, marry, kill, waffles, pancakes, or French toast. Okay, let me just tell you something right now. I love a pancake, but a pancake is making me so fucking sleepy. I've never finished a pancake and been like, I am so full of energy and I'm ready to take on the world. When I finish a pancake, I go, okay, time to sleep forever and wake up in 3 fucking days. I'm late for my job. So unfortunately, I'm going to kill pancakes even though they're so delicious. Waffles, I think I'm going to fuck. I don't know. They just got like lots of divots, you know? And then I think I'm going to marry French toast. All right. Thanks so much for your question, Megan. Warrior in a Garden asks, what is your dream job? Diva, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm laying on this beanbag. I'm talking to you. And I'm holding this bedazzled microphone. Doesn't it look so good? I re-bedazzled it. Doot doot, playing you like a flute, playing you like a piccolo. This is my dream job. My dream job, well, I guess realistically, is just to like be funny for people. And I guess it's debatable on whether or not I'm doing that now, kind of at a really low vibrational, low energy point. But I'm having fun. Mama, this is my dream job. Okay, thank you so much for your cue. Becca99, how and why did you start social media? How did you get over your fear of being perceived? Well, let me answer the latter first. I didn't. I'm so fearful of being perceived. Sometimes I'm not. Most of the time I would say I'm like, who gives a shit, right? I'm like, I do not care, clearly by the shit that I post and the way that I carry myself. But sometimes I really care. Sometimes because I have OCD and I ruminate and I overthink and I have anxiety, social anxiety specifically. And I just like fight through it. Like I said, like I have terrible stage fright sometimes, and I just do it. Like I have no other option. I just fucking get up there and I do it. Like here I am laying in my beanbag, and I'm probably gonna watch this back and go, this is like not good. But also that's none of my business if this isn't good. That's none of my fucking business. How and why did I start social media? I started like taking posting seriously, I guess. Do I even really take it seriously? I mean, like, yes and no. I went to college for acting. I've been acting like professionally in a sense, like for a long time. And I really wanted to be an actor, and I still do want to be an actor. I think that's just kind of shifted a little bit. Um, but I graduated acting school, college in 2020. And obviously, no one's auditioning for anything because no one's making anything because everyone in the world is dying. And then I went through this huge, like, who am I as a person? Like, who am I? Like, I don't know who I am outside of this. Because all of my life up until that point, or so much of my life up until that point, was how I look, like fitting into a very specific box that my acting teachers had put me into, and like it didn't make sense for the age that I was, and I just like was trying to look a certain way and just like be a certain way, and that made sense for the career that I wanted to go into, but like had like being forced to step away from it for a long time. I was just like, is this even fun? Like, do I like this at all? Like, I don't care about this. I didn't get tattoos for the longest time because I was like, well, what if a role comes along and, I have to be a clean slate and da 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 da. And then I like stepped away from it for a second and I was just like, I'm not doing something I want to do because of what? I'm not getting a tattoo so I can prepare for a role that I don't even know exists. Why am I doing that? And then I just like started posting for fun, because I just needed an outlet, like a creative outlet for something. I was like, I feel like I'm going crazy and I need to be silly and stupid and goofy and cringy and just like I need an outlet for that. I feel like very lonely. I feel very depressed. I need to do something like that. Um, and then I got a job, or I got another job at a coffee shop, which was great because it was super fun. Customers were obviously insane, but I made so many of my good friends working there. And then just randomly one day, I was like, I just want to make a TikTok about how fucking annoying these fucking customers are. So I went to the back room and I just made some TikToks and I was like, this is like a great place to vent. Also, like, I can be over the top and funny because, like, this is how I want to tell stories and this is how I tell stories to my friends. And also, like, I want to relay, like, how hard it is to have a fucking minimum wage job. And I was like, I just need an outlet for it. And yeah, basically, that's how I started it and why I started it. Yeah, would still love to act obviously, but like doing social media and like doing live comedy or making videos and anything I can do in that realm of like entertainment, I just would love to do. That was such a long fucking answer, but that's my answer. Thank you, Becca. Okay, the next one, Mystic Sam 007. Oh my god, hi. What was your reaction and how did it feel when your videos started popping off? Okay. um I was scared. I was like, oh my God. Because part of me was like, well, I'm doing these videos at my job. I'm scared that I'm going to lose my job. But my boss did not care. And thankfully, my boss at the candle shop also does not care. She's so nice and so chill and, is very supportive of me and social media and comedy and whatever. Um, but when they started like consistently like doing really well, I was like, this is really crazy. And then I started my goal, like once I started being like, oh, I'm having fun doing this and like I can see that people are liking it and having a reaction. My goal last year by the end of the year was to hit 10,000 followers because I was like, that sounds, like doable and like a nice little niche audience of people who I can like connect with and blah blah blah. And then I ended up hitting 100K at the end of the year and I was like, this was so unexpected. I truly was like, I like being your niche little friend that you can watch, and I can connect with y'all. And then it was like 200 and 300 and 400 and like now we're at like 900 plus or something, and that is a very crazy number that does not feel real. Obviously people have so much more than I do, but like I still feel like I'm I'm just your guy. Like I'm just your little friend that you hang out with. And what's been really cool is so many people will come up in public now, which is so cool and nice. Everyone's been really fucking chill and really funny and really great. And it makes me just very happy that like you are the people that watch my videos, that you are the people that I share this humor with. Like that makes me feel so good, because if you guys sucked, I would literally hate my entire life. So yeah, my reaction was like, this is crazy. And even still, it's like, this is very crazy. And my life hasn't changed a ton. Because I still got that minimum wage job, you know what I'm saying? But I also get to do this as a part-time job, low-key full-time job. Not saying low-key. I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, thank you so much, Sam. Jenna asks, were you a fanfic kid growing up? Diva, I need to get into this so seriously with you. I was a One Direction stan. Not even just like, I love them. No, bitch. I loved One Direction. I had 2 Tumblr blogs dedicated to these motherfuckers, okay? I loved them. When I'm reading fanfic, I'm reading fucking fanfic, okay? Okay? Yeah, specifically One Direction fanfiction. I loved it so much, right? Also, I hate to say it, I was a young Larry Stylinson shipper. I am not anymore, and whatever. I think I was just like so excited because I was like, people can be gay, you know, so whatever. Right? So thank you, Jenna. What Ellie said asks, dream concert lineup? Okay, I have no clue. I would love for Ariana Grande to be there. I would love for Itzy to be there. I would love for SZA to be there. I would love for Blonde Shell to be there. I would love Sabrina Carpenter to sing like 4 or 5 songs. I would love for Remy Wolf to sing 4 or 5 songs. It's the longest concert you've ever been to. I would love for Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas he has to be there. He's singing his entire discography. He has to be there. And I'm sure I'll think of something later. Oh, Sammy Vergie is also like DJing in the middle. I yeah, I'm sure I'll think of a million more people later, but welcome to the longest concert of your life. Meg said, what game do you and Hanson play the most? Any game suggestions? Hanson is, dare I say, king of games. He's king of not playing games like with mentally with my mind, but like playing games physically. He loves a question answer game. He loves a game where like you have to spill your deepest darkest secrets and it's the first time you've met someone. He's obsessed with that. He's like, no, we're gonna get close immediately. We probably play this one game that is not that at all. It's called Anomia or something like that. It's like a categories game. Like there's a category that's drawn and you have to name it super quickly. That one is so fun to me. There's another game called, oh my God, this is so millennial. Taco Cat Pizza Goat something. It's very like quick again, naming stuff. Super fun. Love that one. Julie, my friend Julie said, if you were a pasta noodle, what noodle would you be? I feel like I want to be a bow tie, but I feel like that's a little too quirky. I feel like maybe a rotini or large shell. That would be me. Or angel hair, because look at this. Okay. Garfiend, sure, says, what song is criminally underrated? Leon Thomas, again, love Leon Thomas. He has a song called, oh my God, why? Favorite. He has a song called Favorite. It's so fucking good. I just love him. Honestly, and the fact that he's just now getting his flowers. He just got nominated for Best New Artist at the Grammys. He has like 3 or 4 fucking albums. Like, he's not new, right? He's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. Zoe said, where did you get Hanson and where can I get one? Well, Diva, he slid into my Instagram comments and I saw that he was hot. And I was like, I would like to break a piece of that off and have that and be inside his skin. I don't know where you can get one. Senorita Awesome Love asks, who are your favorite comedians and creators? I have so many that I probably will forget many. Comedians, I would say I love James Acaster. I think he's very funny. I haven't kept up with him for a long time, but I watched his special on Netflix, his like 3 or 4 part um special on Netflix. I love it. I've watched it a million fucking times. I think it's so brilliant. He's so weird and fast and witty, and he tells tall tales, and I think he's so fucking funny. God, the second you ask me this, I forget every single comedian I've ever fucking heard of. Awesome. I love Tig Notaro. You've probably heard of Tig. She's very funny, so dry, like just oh my god, just love her delivery. I think she's so great. Me, I think I'm so ingenious. I think um creators, I mean I love my friends, Lauren and Alyssa. They obviously have great fucking content. I mean, my friend Vanessa, who does sketch comedy and improv, she's so fucking funny. We have a sketch group together. We're called Famous Women TV. Um, I I know I have so many more. Oh my god, every single person who makes a jelly mold video, thank you so much. You I love you so much. Also, there is a guy, why can I not think of his name? He does videos on TikTok about the snap system. He makes like hats and like coats and fashion, and he's so funny and just like knowledgeable and silly. I love his videos. I'll if I can find his name, I'll put it in the description. He's great. Love him. Um, Phoebus says, "What do I do, Diva? If I fucking knew, I would tell you, but I don't, unfortunately." Next one. Mentally, I'm queer says or asks, "What made you funny?" I know that everyone is like, well, my trauma made me funny. And sometimes that's true. That's true. And other times it's like, it's the most annoying person you've ever met. And maybe partially that is true for me. I had a really fucked up childhood. Really crazy shit. My dad is awful. I won't get into it, or maybe I will. Who's to say? Um, but I just, obviously you have to like be funny to get through things, and a lot of really shitty things have happened to me in my life, and humor obviously, like everyone says, is a great way to get through that. Also, I think my references are really weird. I think my point of view is just really weird. I don't really know how I got it. I just like have a lot of different niche interests, as do we all. um and I just have an obsession with doing too much and being too much, and that's funny to me. And for some reason, you all find that funny. Or maybe you don't. Or maybe you do. Thank you. The next one says from the oddball, favorite candle scent. Personally, I love like a sweet waterfall, like aloe plant, um, subtle flowers, like a sweet subtle flower. I don't like overpowering stuff. But since working at the candle shop, I've now come to love like some sugary scents, which is like so not my usual vibe. But like I'm starting to love like a baked goods type of thing. Um, there's one, oh my god, it smells like bread and butter. It's so good. I'm obsessed with it. There's also like a lychee candle I love. There's a strawberry shortcake one that I love. Um, yeah. I'm like, my nose has been open to so many new things. So yeah. Oh my god, Eden, some weird girl named Eden, some dumb, stupid person named Eden. My best friend Eden said, why is your friend Eden so hot? Well, you'd have to ask the people who made her. Um, Also, she's just so nice and lovely. Okay, next one from Crystal, 2026 bucket list. I don't have one yet. Give me time, I'll come up with one. Dexterity. What's 2 times 2? I forgot. I don't know. I don't know. I'm bad at math. And you want to know why I'm bad at math? Because my father. Okay, so my dad, crazy person. And when we would go to the grocery store, he would make me remember the prices of every single thing that we had picked up, right? He's like, the eggs, the bread, the whatever, the peanut butter. He would make me remember that. And then he would stop in the middle of an aisle and go, "Do you remember every single thing we've picked up and how much it costs?" And I would be like, I think so. And he would be like, "Okay, I want you to add them all together, and then I want you to multiply them, and then I want you to subtract them." Like, he would force me to do math in the middle of the aisle. And if I didn't get it right, he would hit me. Thank you so much for your question. It's not funny to get hit by your dad until it is. Okay. This next one is from Hanson. Okay, I don't know any weirdo named Hanson. My girlfriend is so hot, and that's all I think about. What do I do? Get your mind out of the gutter, you freak. Just kidding. I love you so much. You're the love of my life. Okay, next one. Feb. Okay, sure. Diva, is 8 months into a relationship too soon for two queers to move in together? Guys, we've got to break the cycle, right? If it on, if it on, well, like I need it. Okay, we need to be better than this. I get it, okay? I'm in a queer relationship right now. I've been in several queer relationships, okay? When you like somebody a lot, you get so close, right? You want to be in each other's skin. I know what that's like. You're connecting on a level that's so amazing, right? But then when you move in together, the fog is lifted and it goes, "Oh, maybe I was just wearing not even rose colored glasses. I was wearing rainbow tinted glasses. And everything I thought that I liked about you, I actually fucking despise." Right? And sometimes it's great and those people are lovely and happy and get married. Other times, it's the messiest, most disgusting breakup you've ever seen, and you're posting each other's nudes on Twitter. Right? So, yeah, I would say it's too soon. Love you. Thank you for asking that question. Up next, Kate Rose 21. If you know, what are your big three? I do know my big three. Okay, so my son, Capricorn. I was born on January 7th. Thank you. My rising is Gemini. Can you tell? Right? I love to switch it up. You never know what you're going to get, right? And then my moon is Taurus. I love my big three. That's what I have to say on that. Okay, the next one. Gracie says, "Have any creeps found you yet?" um, no creeps have found me. But there was that one guy who called into my work and he's like, "I know where you work." And I was like, "Don't ever say that to me again." Thank you for your question. Next one. Rizzle says, "Why is that hallway always full of boxes?" I believe you're talking about the candle shop hallway. And yes, it is filled with boxes, but there are things in those boxes. We don't have a lot of storage space, and so we have to keep a lot of things in boxes. So they're just labeled, with goodies and treats and toys for boys and girls. Okay, thank you. Next one. Pat, I'm going to call you Pat. Did you ever get rid of your account at that credit union? No, because I'm lazy, and why would I want to transfer money? Okay. Next one. Caroline says, "Do you have a favorite tattoo?" I don't. I like them all. I would say that my poodle, though. My poodle is my favorite. Taylor La Fortuna. I will tag her. She's like the most beautiful woman you've ever seen and so wickedly talented. Adele Dazeem. She's really good at what she does. And she gave me that tattoo. Okay, next one. Sierra, where did you get your wallets? They're from a place called Shagware. Shagware. Thank you. Next one. Russ, how many times is diva said in any given day? Realistically, once. Every day. Realistically, once. On a good day, many more times. Next one. How do I know when to give up? Oh, from I'm not going to say the username of this one. How do I know when to give up on a relationship with my boyfriend of 3 years who isn't emotionally intelligent? I think we already know. Thank you for your question. Next one. Skip and a Hobbit. What kind of music is your favorite? I love all kinds of music. I love when people are like, my taste is so eclectic, but mine really fucking is. It's very wild. I love house music, dance music. I love R&B. I love riot girl music. I used to play the drums, and so that kind of music is like very fun to play. Yeah, punk, rock. A lot of my favorite music is like Stevie Wonder and Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that. Yeah, the people that I mentioned earlier, I really love their music too. Also, I am just giving so much Half Moon Joe merch right now. um, and that's the end of the questions. Guys, thank you. This felt like a very chill, mellow episode, but I'm going to call it there. Tomorrow is a very exciting day. Famous Woman TV, famouswoman.tv, is filming some more stuff, and I'm so excited for you guys to see. Love those girls, and we have some very exciting things on the docket, potentially happening in the new year, potentially me being in person. And I won't say much more than that, but maybe you would be able to look at me in the flesh. Who's to say? Not me. Can't give too much away yet. But things are happening. Something good is happening next year. Okay. Well, guys, that's the end of this episode. I love y'all so freaking much. You're the butter to my bread, the breath to my life. I love you, darling girl. And I guess I'll see you next week. I guess same time next week. I guess I'll see you next. Okay. Bye.